Nice. How are you doing this afternoon, Mr. King Munadi yourself?
I'm grand. Had a great weekend.
Ish, I can see you are glowing.
I don't know about the glowing part, but yeah. I had a great weekend. Just chilled with some friends.
Nice.
Let me not say friends. A friend.
My friend.
Just chilled with a friend. And yeah. And always, my weekend has to be encompassed by my son as well.
That is amazing.
You know, just having great stuff. And yours?
This weekend I was very sentimental. I won't say what I did, but I had a cute little vibe going on.
Okay.
Great stuff. So yeah, man. And I think ultimately your Sunday determines your week.
Sure.
So like my relationship with my bed on a Sunday is just so crucial because I want to be chill throughout the week, like Zen vibes. Like I don't want to be high strung. So I think my Sunday was super chilled. I don't know. What did you do?
Like I said, yesterday I was out in Soweto until a bit late.
Yeah.
Until a bit late.
Don't you feel like that sort of just...
No.
It doesn't.
It was a nice vibe.
Yeah.
And provided that we were not just vibing, but we were working as well.
Okay.
So it was actually the start of my week.
So the first day of the week is on a Sunday.
There we go. Good afternoon, Kofifi Landers. It is a Monday, the 14th of August, 2017. Thank you to Papzito and James. They just exited the building. Pames. They just exited the building. We're about to take you into what we call Motivational Mondays each and every Monday right here on Kofifi FM 97.2 as we empower, uplift, and, you know, just always impact the life of young people out there in the KYC. And we're about to deal with an issue that I think it involves even animals. Even animals get themselves at one point or another being distracted.
You know, it's funny that you just said animals. I asked myself this question because I watched Dawn of the Planet of the Apes last night.
All right.
And for the sake of conversation, I mean, I don't believe in evolution or whatever.
Okay.
I believe that we come from God.
Yes.
But for the sake of conversation, I thought to myself that what if are we really from apes? And because they're so close to us, you know, the fact that they learn to speak, they learn to do things same way we do.
Yeah.
A cow's never going to speak the way an ape can speak, almost like a human. Same way with distraction. There was, for those of you who know the movie, there's one that's called Caesar, which is the leader.
Right.
And there's Koba, which is one of the people in the tribe, but he's one of the big league.
Yeah.
So he's the one that generally gets distracted by impulses and all those things, and he can't control it. Whereas with Caesar, he does it like he avoids distraction and keeps his eyes on the prize. So maybe we are like animals, or animals are like, who knows? Well, Aristotle says that we are animals with reason. So there's a whole lot of different conversation, but hey.
Well, 0714259577, that is the SMS and WhatsApp line on our social platforms.
Social platforms. I missed my cue there. But we are on Instagram, that is at KofifiFM. And then, of course, on Instagram, on Twitter, rather, at KofifiFM _97.2. And then, of course, on Facebook, as we all know, it is at KofifiFM. Please, you can also SMS us, as Elias said, on 0715 425-9577. Maar wat gaan we vandaag? Hey, bana.
It's that bad.
Deleting distractions. That is what we are talking about today.
97.2 Shekinah is her name. Suited. It is what? 13 minutes after the... hour of 2 o'clock. MT on the background corner store. Good afternoon to you and welcome to it. It is the KYC right here on Kofifi FM 97.20. It's a Monday, the 14th of August 2017. The Yaristlane.
Ek wil nou net gesê dit. How about
Sure.
this year being on its neck?
Wow.
Because it is August.
Wow.
Before you know it, it is November. And then is it via Christmas clear? I mean, okay, yeah, but Christmas clothes and all those things, like, guys, this year is going, eh? But I love that it does that because I think personally I didn't have time to make New Year's resolutions this year. And things are just manifesting as the way I thought it would be.
Yes.
But I think subconsciously I'm working towards it. So that's a nice part about it.
It's a nice part about it.
I'm having fun.
Talking about the year being at its neck, what have you planned to do this year? For those of you who did do those New Year's resolutions, have you somehow 5%, 10%, 50% of the things that you've planned? Or were you just distracted the whole year out?
And now is the season to be joining the gym again. So ons gaan sien hoe voor as it jumps now. For those of you who was like, no, in January I'm going to be exercising winter bodies. Summer bodies are made in winter. So I'm sure people I would like to think that people stuck to the race. They were focused.
Yeah.
They didn't get distracted.
But what happens then to the mind that is distracted? What happens to those people that are deterred by, circumstances of life? And when you have set yourself a goal or a vision or a plan as to what you want to achieve, what you want to attain at the end of the day, at the end of the year, at the end of the month, and then you get certain things that happen throughout the month, throughout the year, that actually puts you on an 180 degree just direction where you miss each and every point that you were going at. What does it come about? How does it come about that people are so distracted on what they want to initially do and initially focus on? How does it come about? Do you just wake up and you're just distracted?
You know what I think? I think, first of all, something that I have learned a few years ago, and I try to do it in every decision I make, in every thought I have, live within your means, be practical. Then it won't be that easy for you to be distracted, or you can sort of throw it in and wing it back again if you find yourself wandering. But I think something I learned as well was the brain is designed, and I'm not a neurologist, but the brain is designed in a way for you to be protected. You know that you're not gonna hurt yourself intentionally or whatever. The way you make decisions is for you to be protected, and I think that defeats the purpose then of us learning new things and stuff that makes us better. That's why it's a challenge. That's where the problem comes in, when we have to implement the ways to avoid distraction, because we are comfortable and that is safe. So the problem then, or the challenge comes in when we have to do new things, and that is why the brain is a weird place. But I think that when we do these things, it's definitely for us to be better, and we need to do that. So be aware of be conscious, be active in your surroundings, in your decision making, in order for you to know when you are drifting or when you are distracted. And I think distraction comes in things, habits, and people, and that's the scariest part. If it comes in a person, how do you delete that person out of your life when you feel like this person is a distraction? And you need to understand your where you're going, or why you started pursuing something, or why you want something, in order for you to see that, look, I'm not where I'm supposed to be. I told myself by August 2017 I should have my license. Ek het nog nie eens my learners. What have I been doing? Do you understand? Who have I been hanging out with? What thinking patterns or behavioral patterns have I been consumed with? Because it is so consuming. You say in January, they are jy gaan julle wys. August, jy loop nog, jy ry nog taxi. And the thing is, it's not that you are incapable. You just get so lost in the comfort of distraction. And then next best thing, it's a new year, another year passed, and you still don't have your license or your learners.
I think with each and everything, focus becomes then the center of going either way. Whether you're going to be distracted or whether you're going to be much more focused on the goal that you want, that you have set before. Because now, if we put yourself in a fork road where you can either go left or go right, you find yourself, whatever it is that you're going to focus on, and your mind be captured by that, whatever it is, that would either deter you from working towards that which you want, or could take you to the goal that you want initially.
Yeah.
Focus then becomes the center of each and every aspect of your life. Whatever it is that you focus on, you think about that whole time. And what you think about, you create emotions on those.
Yes.
Emotions then are then created whereby you start taking action patterns. Habits are then,
Yes.
formed in that. So people that
New ones are created.
and new ones are created.
Yes.
People that are mostly distracted have created a pattern in their minds. The same analogy that you gave me before we went on air is that when you wake up in the morning, you know that you should be at gym at 5 o'clock,
Yeah.
but you wake up and you want to check Facebook first. You want to retweet and do this and do
Yes.
that. That's a distraction in itself because it
Yes.
has taken part of your time.
It takes a crucial factor, which is time.
Yes.
Something you don't get back.
So now the thing is, you didn't just wake up and do that. At some point or another, you had to learn the behavior of,
Yes.
let me check my phone. Because if we could check 10% of, or even 80% of our time spent, we wake up the same way. Most of us.
Same
because
food out of the bed.
yes, it's a learned behavior.
Yes.
So in that, you are distracted by yourself because of the patterns and what you have learned along the ways.
Wow.
So if I'm then going to set myself a goal that I'm going to reach, or I want to reach point A at September, I want to be at point A. Okay, let's say point B. I'm from point A, I'm going to point B.
Yeah.
Along the ways between August and September, there are 30 or something, 60 something days
Yes.
between those. My focus then on point A, on point B, is determined by what I keep on thinking about most of the time. If point B is not what I think about each and every day, then along the way I'm going to be going left, right, step back, go
Yes.
forward, doubt, have fear, and do all of those things. And it will take me much more longer. I might even get there December instead of September.
You are so spot on. Like, you are speaking to me as well, because I feel like we all get lost in distraction,
We
and
do.
we don't even
We do.
realize until we hear something like
Yeah.
that. After the music break, rather, I want to just touch on what you said now with the two types of sections in your brain.
Yes.
That sort of aids these distractions, because what you just said now is with regards to feelings and habits and stuff. The second part of your brain, which I'll go into deeper when we come back, basically just says that once you have control over what you think and your habits, you get to control how you feel, and
Wow.
automatically you are not distracted.
0714259577. Don't be distracted. Don't touch that dial. We will come back after this. 29 minutes before the top of the hour, 3 o'clock. This is the KOIC, where it all began. of 3 o'clock. It is Kofifi FM 97.2. Welcome back to it. It is the hour of the young people between 2 and 3. The hour of power, it is indeed. 24K Magic. That is Bruno Mars.
Bruno Mars.
Before that, we gave you La Sauce Cooler Bag.
I don't want to lie. I don't know if that sounds cute, but hey, I love that jam.
Yeah.
So before we left, and for those of you that just joined us now, we are speaking about deleting distractions, and that includes people and things and habits and even places you go to.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
Because these things, they definitely deter us from keeping our eyes on the prize, and that's what we try to do on a daily basis. So Elias, you were saying that in order for you to, like, you need to have control over certain things, that the way you think or the way you feel, or the way you think ultimately, then you'll have control over the way you feel. So what I learned was there's this thing called the 5-second rule.
Yes.
And usually we apply it for when something falls on the floor. It's like, nothing for the devil, something for the Lord. But it's not that kind of party.
Yeah.
Basically what you do with the 5-second rule, there's this lady, Mel Robinson, explains it in two ways. She says that you have two parts in your brain basically that works. There's a lot of technical terms, but I'm going to try and say it. It's the basal ganglia, which is the autopilot part of your brain. Basically where it's just routine. The way you wake up every day,
yes.
The thoughts you have, like your routine of the daily basis. And then of course you have the drive part. That is basically where your mind is active, where you take control over waking up, looking at your phone. As opposed to doing that, you wake up and go brush your teeth because you know you're late for work already.
Right.
So basically what you do is, with a 5-second rule, let's say for example, when you wake up and before you get to snooze, most of us are generally awake. Or even when you hit the snooze button, like, okay, 5 more minutes or something.
Yeah.
That is when, that 5 seconds, it's literally a countdown of when you can take control over a habit and change it. So you go into habit almost automatically, hence autopilot.
Yes.
So when you drive, you need to do the work. So that's when you take the initiative to take control over your thoughts and ultimately determining how you feel and everything, because then it changes habit, and that is when you avoid distraction. So those two parts, and mainly the 5-second rule, is what you use to determine, or rather to avoid, to take decision, to take initiative, to take charge, basically.
Yeah.
And that is ultimately how you avoid distraction. But I think with distraction, it's so easy to avoid, depending on how deep you are in a habit, or how close you are to a person, or how used to you are to go into that place. Let's say, for example, on a Sunday, some of us don't go to church.
Yes.
We are so distracted in that we just want to either sleep or just sit. We don't even do anything. We just sit. And we don't go to church. So you need to start taking charge. Like, apply the 5-second rule, 1, 2, 3. By 3, you should know that I'm standing up, getting done for church, and it blew up now.
Yeah.
So that is when you take charge and you sort of do this. I don't know if you guys can hear this, but you crush distraction and you control it instead of it controlling you. So basically just do what you decided on.
True.
And I feel like if you write things down, this has worked for me for years, where on a Sunday, especially Sunday evening, or sometimes on a Monday morning, I will literally write down what I want to do from a day to day, weekly, and what I want to achieve. Sometimes even how I want to feel. That doesn't always work out that way, but I've learned also that when you do take control of your thoughts, which is the most difficult thing to do, you ultimately control how you feel. And that determines your day, determines how far you go, and it determines how close you get to basically, the prize, keeping your eyes on the prize.
Yeah, true that. Someone would ask, you made mention of just sitting down being a distraction. And I think if we were to reiterate and explain again what distraction is, because for some people they might think, no, but I just sat down, it was not a distraction. Anything that takes your focus off from the goal that was set initially is a distraction. Whether it is a 5-second, 10-second, 1 minute, 2 minute thing, if it deters your distraction, if it deters, your focus and your attention from what you had set initially to do, and you don't do it, then you've been distracted.
Let me ask you this question. Have you ever, and I suppose it might not be that relevant because I don't think you're that active on social media, but let's even just say WhatsApp, for example.
You'll be surprised.
Sneaky,
I'm
sneaky.
trending as well.
But like for some people that go to work, or even when you wake up in the morning,
Yeah.
you wake up, okay, snooze button, or you put the alarm off, whatever. Okay, let me check Instagram. You end up on your mother's, auntie, sister's, school, and brother's kind. So
Yeah.
from lurking. But have you ever realized how much time that takes?
It's a lot
And
of time.
in that time, you could have brushed your teeth. You could have made coffee. You could have put the lights on of the entire house. There's so much. It keeps you from doing so much that is progressive.
Yes.
And that's what distraction does. It keeps you from progressing. So in order for you to realize that I'm slacking in whatever it is, and I really need you guys to also think about the type of people, because very often we have people that distract us, and I feel like a lot of the times a lot of people influence where you should be or where you aren't in life, where you want to be, where you do not want to be. Let's say, for example, you know that you are good at you're a chef, maar jy vind bly yourself by die see.
Yeah.
Do you understand? Like, I don't know how to make this example, but you just find yourself in a different space where you are not progressing in terms of you being a chef.
Yeah.
And that comes down to the people that you hang out with, because you constantly want to be around them, but you don't realize what being around them does for you personally. It makes you stagnant. And sometimes they grow. And that's also when you start comparing yourself. We're like, ish, but but what are you doing?
Yeah.
You're not doing what you decided on doing. You're not committing to that. You're not assertive in, I am going to do this. I'm gonna stay in this and class the story.
I think, distraction is a holistic point of view of your life in reference.
Yes.
Because if then you are hanging out with people that are building bricks and you want to become a chef, then you are out of sync. You understand that you're out of sync. 14:47 is the time. Kofifi FM 97.2 is where you are logged down at. This is the KYC right here on 97.2. For the top of the hour, 3 o'clock. It is still not Wednesday, Women's Month. It is still Women's Month. And we are celebrating women every day on Kofifi FM as we pray and pay, respects towards all the ladies and the women that are out there doing their thing independent woman. We still need to talk about that.
We have a lot to talk about when it comes to women.
This independency of women. But anyway.
Don't get me started, child, because it's going to be a longer Monday than we expected.
But we're still talking. Let's not be distracted. We are still
Let
talking
us
about
not.
deleting distractions right here. And you made mention of 2 points, passion and...
I was just sort of trying to get clarity also, you know, with just to make it a bit more relevant.
Yeah.
But there's a thing where it's called passion versus efforts.
Yes.
Whereby you are good, you are passionate about something, but your efforts lead you to a different space. So basically, the conclusion that we came to was stick to one thing. A lot of us are good at a lot of things, jack of all trades or whatever you will roep.
Yeah.
We are good at a lot of things. However, you can do everything. You can do anything, but you can't do everything.
Sure.
And that is when you become distracted, when you want to do everything. Do you understand?
Yeah.
And you find yourself washing the dishes when you should be changing the sheets. So we need to be focused on one thing. As jy in die kamer skoon maak, maak die kamer skoon, moenie in die kitchen en opeindig terwyl jy die kamer skoon maak.
I'm that type of person, eh?
Hey, all over the place.
I clean everything at all. I would do half the dishes, sweep in the house, and I'll be outside as well.
You know what's the scary thing about that? Because that used to be me. I think I told you this before. I would never wash the dishes finished. I'll wash it and I leave it in the water. It must soak. There's no such thing, but it must soak. Once I do that, I rinse it and I put it in the other basin. But I found that how that extends into life, and it's so dangerous that we need to be aware of our habits and how it extends into different things. When I used to write essays in varsity, I never finished it when I committed to finish it. Last day, when it's submission day, I'm busy proofreading and checking if I've plagiarized. And that's how not finishing things like housework and whatever extended into like a principle or a value in life. So we need to be careful of that as well.
Yeah.
If you are the one that smells food first, I don't know if this is gonna be an example, but if you generally smell food first, which is a bad habit, I feel like in life you can almost just like you know, trek jou gesig voor jy moet.
Don't smell food first.
That's nasty. But I just think that we need to be so conscious of our habits and realize how it extends into our lives.
Yeah.
Because you end up not finishing, you procrastinate a whole lot of other things, you know, if you are procrastinating, and it's so overwhelming, it's so consuming, guys. We need to be aware of these things.
Very much so, very much so. 0714259577. Before we exit and leave the building, let's just say happy birthday to, is it Cleo from your Oma Mela and Opa Winston. We love you, my angel. We love you to bits. May God richly bless you, and may you... Hey, what is this now?
Was that the grandpa and the grandma love?
Is it Nunaipi? I don't know what is this.
Let me see.
But nonetheless, Oma and Papa Winston, they just wishing you there.
Nuna pai.
Nuna pai. I gonna said nyaupe. I don't know why.
No main.
All right, happy birthday to you and have yourself a great day. Thank you so much, Kofifi Landers, for spending the time, the hour with us right here on Kofifi FM. And all we wish, I think at the end of the day, is that you do focus on those dreams. And, you know, as a matriculant, those crunch time is coming.
Hey, you are
crunch
heading
time.
to it, eh?
I was at a banquet, I think, last week, and just looking how beautiful,
always
they are. So that report should also be beautiful at the end of the year. I think you just made your parents proud. There we go. Thank you so much. Have yourself a great day. The K Drive is coming up next from 3 to 6 o'clock. Nicole?
Sak bonak sasa, my brother.
Data Hall. Do you know Petronella?
Oh, Petronella. Dr. Malinga with Just, right? Here we go. Stop using me.